Hi, and welcome to today's drum tutorial. We're working on the song Your Word by Hillsong Worship. This song is in 12/8 timing, which is different than anything we've ever done before, which is largely based off of a triplet pattern, a triplet feel at least. So I'll explain that more as we get into it. But for now, let me just remind you to check out our website, pursuegod.org/worship. And we have a lot of great resources and tutorials, including instrument tutorials, team conversations, team trainings, great things like that. Make sure to also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pursue God Worship, for the latest tutorial videos and resources that we have coming out on that channel. All right, so let's go ahead and get started today. I'm just going to talk us through and play through some of these, every segment of the song, essentially. So at the beginning, we're playing this 12/8 note pattern, and typically the triplet feel is a triplet feel because of the accents every three. In this song, we sometimes have that, but a lot of the time we actually have some pretty straight single stroke rolls that are eighth notes. And that's what happens at the beginning of this song. We have a pickup into that first beat with the left hand. And I'm playing the side with the rim shot as well, so it sounds like this. I'm also doing a hi-hat clap on that first count. I'm playing it a little bit fast. This is about the tempo for the song. So I guess I'm not playing it fast. That is about the tempo. So anyway, that's the idea. I'm going to slow that down just a little bit so you can hear that. It's like... You'll notice that my left hand does come back to the center of the drum before completing that pattern with the rim shot. Right there. Right there. Right there again. So that's the idea with that first intro. And then it's faded out completely for the first chorus. And then it brings it back in for that little tagline before verse 2 with that same idea there. And they start bringing in the bass drum. Right before verse 2, and then we're into the verse 2. So you're playing that kick drum on the eighth notes. And then I'm going to skip forward to that pre-chorus. This is the chorus. So that's that chorus. And it's pretty, hopefully, self-explanatory. This pattern, they're basically skipping an eighth note every time, which is kind of a cool idea. They're playing that triplet pattern at the beginning. Triplet, triplet. skipping that pattern, or they're doing the note skip pattern there. So that's the idea with that chorus. And then the instrumental is probably the most unique and interesting part of the song, in my opinion at least. I really love what they do. They make it super interesting. To make this as simple as possible, the instrumental is broken into 6 stanzas, and there's several bars within each stanza. I believe there's 8 bars within each stanza, if I'm remembering correctly. And so the first 2 stanzas, they are really not playing much of anything in the drums. About the last half of stanza 2, they start bringing in the snare. And then for stanza 3 is really when they start making it come alive. And so this is what they do to make it come alive. This is really cool. So the first bar of stanza 3, they just play all unaccented notes. And then the next bar, they accent the first 3. And then the next bar after that, they accent the second set of 3 with the left, starting with the left hand. And then the last bar, they accent the last 6, but there's a pause in between them. So it's right, left, right, pause. Right, left, right, pause, right, left. That's the last stanza. So I'll play it for you now so you can hear what it sounds like. So it sounds like this. That's how you play that. And so that takes a lot of concentration, honestly, because you're accenting starting, you're playing 1 bar of 12, 8th notes with no accents, and then the next bar of 12, you're accenting the first 3, remember that first set of 3, that triplet essentially, and then the next bar, you're accenting the second set of 3, and then the last bar, you're accenting the last 6 with the... So da da da, and then you kind of don't play the left hand very loud. And then you add the last 2 loudly. So that's basically the whole bridge. And then at the end of that, they're just going to build it back into that chorus. You're bringing the bass drum back in. You can consider accenting like that, and then also adding crash cymbals. But you're going to have to play the snare either 2 or 3 times, depending on what side you're on. And then you do that really cool fill at the end of that bill. So let me play that for you. So this is how you play that fill. You play 5 notes. It's a 10-stroke roll, and you play the first 5 notes starting with your right hand, if you're right-handed, which I am. So you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 5 you play the hi-hat and the snare at the same time. Or you could also, I think it sounds better if you use these toms right here. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's that roll. Slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that bass drum pattern there gives you enough time to get over to play that. So let me build it up and I'll play it again for you. Here we go. I messed up. Let me play it again. That time I played it with a double kick. You can do that, or you could just play it with 1 kick pattern. Now, for whatever reason, I'm playing it with 2 kick patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. There we go. it encouraging that even the instructor messes up? So once again, you're playing that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you play that. This left hand is what was throwing me there. Make sure to play that left as you cross over. That's exactly what it was. So make sure, yeah, again, play that left like that. And then that brings you full back into the song. Hey, I played it right the very first time, so you can't blame me too much there. Anyway, the last chorus, we get to, so after that cool fill, we go back into the last chorus. And what we're doing here is we're doing the double hi-hat pattern, and we're playing the floor tom after the snare, both with the right hand. So we're starting on the right. And the bass drum is just playing on those 8s. I just added that roll for fun. They actually don't do that in the recording, but hey, this is all about giving you the tools that you need to be able to improvise if you want to, or to play, very close to the actual recording. So how they play on the recording. So I had a great time with you all today. Thanks for joining. Hopefully this makes sense. It is a trickier time signature, but I know with practice and time, you guys will be up and running, able to play this song with your teams in no time at all. So thanks for joining today, and we're looking forward to seeing you again next time.